Coleman. Did you ever see me in that?
Yes,
That's my second thing that I've done that made me visible to the judge up big time. And I'm very proud of that, and I had the best time in the world doing that. I sit and I daydream. I think, well, gee, if they're reviving everything and they're doing movies kind of in campus situations where you go and you are tested and you stay on campus while you're filming, you don't go off. I think to myself, gee, why couldn't they do that with Real Husbands of Hollywood and have me in a dressing room installed over at Paramount Pictures for about 2 weeks? We shot over at Paramount. I keep thinking, oh, please let that happen, let that happen. I really love playing Coleman because Mr. Hart is about the nicest man in show business, and he's a riot. He is so funny. It was great working with him because you had the scene, of course, you knew your dialogue, and he knew his dialogue, and you'd face off with him, and they would say action. You'd start the scene, and then he would get a look in his eye, and I learned to recognize it. It meant that he was going to go down the ad-lib road. He was going to go have a little fun and ad-lib for a while. So I would see that coming, and off he would go. Dialogue, I had no idea where it was going to go, and I just played with him. I think he liked me because I could dance with him. When he finished, I could toss in a line that would bring him back, and then he would come right back to the script, and we would shoot what was written. But the ad-lib sections were a riot. He was so funny, and the guy would say, cut, moving on, and I would double over with laughter, roll on the floor, and practically pee myself. He was so funny. It was a real privilege to work with a real comic artist like Mr. Hart. He really is a great comedian, and I just loved working with him. I wish they'd bring that one back. But he's a big movie star now. He doesn't need a TV show. So that I wanted to mention that. If people are looking to see me, they can see me, of course, as a Black Bride. But, shop around on the Internet. I imagine you can find it. 9 episodes. I can't remember the titles. But I have a lot of screen time in those things, and I'm funny, too. So look for me there.
Absolutely, definitely. Well, Tom, thank you very much for letting me interview you, and it's been a pleasure talking to you.
It's a pleasure, sir. I'm honored that you wanted to talk to me. Thank you. And, all the kids out there that want to be actors, man, be warned that it is an extremely difficult profession. It's really, really hard to get into. Sometimes you'll get a break in the beginning. Sometimes you'll get breaks all along. Sometimes you won't get any breaks. But remember that you're an artist and that you really can't think of anything else you would rather do. And that will keep you going through the tough times. And commit to it. If you want to do it, kid, do it, I say. Give it some time. Don't dabble your toes in and do it like for a year or 6 months or something like and say, oh, this is too hard. I mean, if that comes naturally to you, obviously you don't really want to be an actor and get out. But if you're finding it really hard and you still have this real big desire to be an actor, don't stop. Don't quit. Find every way. Find all the cracks in the wall. Look for every possible entry that you can find. And as Trey and I discussed earlier, you guys have the internet now. You can make yourselves stars. So, and I didn't have that when I was a kid. I depend on people making movies, people doing plays. I had to kind of audition for them and get in. You don't have to anymore. You can make your own beginning career online. So watch and see what other people are doing online. Feed your head. Watch every movie you can. If there's live theater where you live, go see live theater. Any contacts that you have in the business, follow up on them immediately. Don't be shy and don't stop. That's my advice for young actors. You're going to keep that?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, good. All right. Well, thank you, Trey. I'm honored that you wanted to talk to me. Have a good rest of the day, man, okay?
Thank you. Thank you very much. You too, Tom. Thank you. God bless.
Okay, but thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye. And that was actor Mr. Tom Fitzpatrick. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, God bless. Join us next time, folks.